Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Adzania Dhiva Azahro from Class B, Dental Hygiene Department of Health Polytechnic Semarang. Today I'm going to give presentation about self-harm. The problem is often overlooked. I choose the topic because of what I went to. The presentation will be in four parts. There are meanings of self-harm, the reasons why everybody do that, talking about self-harm, and how to support someone who self-harm. First, I want to talk about the meanings of self-harm. Self-harm, also known as self-injury, is defined as the intentional direct injuring of body tissue, done without the intent to commit suicide. Although suicide is not intention of self-harm, the relationship between self-harm and suicide is complex, as self-harming behavior may be potentially life-threatening. There is also increased risk of suicide in individuals who self-harm, and self-harm is found in 40 until 60% suicide. However, generalizing individuals who self-harm to be suicidal is in the majority of cases inaccurate. Okay, now I'd like to move on to the reasons why is people do self-harm. First is bullying. To cope with overwhelming distress associated with bullying. 2. Abuse and trauma. In worse, it cases relationships characterized by abuse and trauma. Third, family. To cope with difficult family relationship characterized by separation and or loss. Fourth, social media. To cope with peer pressure experienced directly and or through social media. Third, talking about self-harm. First, a challenge. Self-harm presents a challenge for the young person and the primary care clinician for different reasons. Second, scanty. Or those young people who do self-harm, only 12% will seek professional help. And the third and fourth is the reasons. The young person has poor interpersonal and communication skills, or concerned about whether shared information will be kept confidential and or negative consequence of disclosure. Young people sometimes struggle to explain their self-harm behaviors and fear not being taken seriously or not being treated respectfully because of their age when they ask for help. A challenge for the primary care clinician is how get to the motivate. A challenge for the primary care clinician is how get to the motivated nature of young people's stress within short 10 minutes appointments. GPS regard screening tools as too formal for time-limited consultation. Yet, clinicians need to assess the risk of self-harm engaged in by the young person by asking questions in a way that does not exacerbate risk or cause the young person even greater distress. This is a skill that requires confidence and may mean raising the issues of self-harm during an unrelated consultation. For example, when a young person attends for an immunization or blood test, whether or not a young person discloses their self-harm, National Institute for Health and Care Excellence or NICE with lines advocate an important role for primary care in its assessment and treatments. GPS as a first point of contact in a non-stigmatized health setting provide an opportunity for supportive consultations. The last subtopic is how to support someone who self-harm. It is important to take self-harming seriously. A person who self-harm will describe their behavior, a way of coping with overwhelming feelings associated with difficult or painful experience. For some, it becomes addictive, a way of feeling better and re-establishing control over their emotions. It is rarely used as attention seeking. Most self harms try to keep it a secret and feel very ashamed. Because self harm is often an expression of something going on for the person internally, ask about how they are feeling and try to explore what the issues may be. If the person does not feel comfortable talking to you, try to make sure they know you are there to listen if they want to talk, and ensure they know of other places they can go to get support. There is a quote about self-harm. Look at the individual, not the harm. Look at the person beyond the scars. Scars are not important. The person that did them is important. Here are some simple things that you can do to help self-harmer. First, ask how they are feeling. 2. Do not be judgmental. 3. Do not make them feel guilty about the effect it is having on others. 4. Let the person who self-harm know that you want to listen to them and hear how they are feeling when they feel ready and able to talk. 5. When they do discuss it with you, be compassionate and respect what the person is telling you, even though you may not understand or find it difficult to accept what they are doing. 6. Do not give ultimatums such as, if you don't stop self-harming, you have to move on. This is not helpful and it won't work. And the last, understand that it is a long and hard journey to stop self-harming. Be aware that someone will only stop self-harming when they feel ready and able to do so. I'd like to end my presentation by saying, I think this attention will be helpful in helping reduce or cope with self-harm activities. Moral support by those around you, especially those you love. One reminder that I remember of my idol when I was feeling bad was
여기 한국이라는 나라, 그리고 서울이라는 도시에 나를 이해해주는 누군가가 있다는 점을 꼭 기억해 주셨으면 좋겠습니다.